everyone, it's Young Widow 26. This is my first video, and it is a Widow Comfort Pack. These are some things that I found to be helpful, comforting, or other people have given me, or other widows or widowers have said that they've enjoyed and I've tried and I like. Really not that many things, but the first thing that I got for myself that I really suggest and have enjoyed is just a really soft blanket. I think you can see how soft it is. And it's just really nice to have to snuggle with on the couch while you're watching movies or reading. And I got this one from Kohls, and it was like $25 on sale. I think this was, probably in like September or something. So that's the first thing on the list. The next thing is a journal. And if you are a new widow or widower, you probably have, hopefully, have gotten at least one of these from someone. If not, you can always go to Barnes & Noble. They have a lot of these. Or just get a regular notebook. You don't need something that says journal. But I got this from a friend, and I started journaling about 4 days after I lost my husband. And to be honest, this is really difficult. Yet it is really therapeutic. So I definitely suggest it. I write like I'm writing a letter to my husband or talking to him, which is kind of nice because obviously it is hard to not be able to talk to him every day, and that's just something that we would always do. So it is nice to do that. And I also like writing memories in here. I don't know about you, but I'm really paranoid about forgetting things. So I like to write down memories in here. Like I'm talking to him about it. One other thing, I have a couple books here. This one is the first one that I got from a friend. I asked her to get me some kind of, book on this stuff. I'm only 26. I had no idea how to deal with this. I probably still don't really know how to deal with this, but to be honest. But this is a really good book. It is called Healing Your Grieving Heart-100 Practical Ideas by Alan Wolfelt, and he has things in here. This is where I got an idea to get soft sheets for my bed, like, high thread count or whatever. I got them from Target, so it's not like they're, expensive luxury sheets or anything, but they definitely were a nice thing to get when I was ready to change my sheets. If you're a widow or widower, I'm sure you know all about that. If not, just, let it go. So yes, that's one other thing I got. Soft pajamas, soft socks, any of those things, are just really nice to have. And this book kind of gives you different ideas of things to just, do that, relax and find comfort. But it also has good things, like good ideas in here, like plan or participate in a meaningful ceremony for the person who died. Understand the 6 needs of mourning. Allow for numbness. I mean, it just goes through some really good stuff in here that is helpful, and so I really recommend that book. I'll put all these books, list them underneath the video here. So this book is probably the most relevant to a young widow, and that's what it was geared towards. And I think the author wrote this when she was about 40 years old. Her name is Carole Brody Fleet, and she wrote it in conjunction with a psychologist, it looks like. So Widows Wear Stilettos is what it's called, a practical and emotional guide for the young widow. So this is good because she goes through things from, I don't know, like chapter 2, people say the dumbest things. Okay, if you're a widow or widower, you know all about that. And she goes through things from financial things to when you realize that you've been leaving the house looking like a homeless person for a while, how to, try to find yourself again, and, just dealing with all these things that come along with being a widow or widower. And the next thing that I have, I like to read. My husband and I both would read a lot. And I found some Nicholas Sparks books, I don't know, a couple months out. And this one is his latest one. It's called Safe Haven. And the main character in it is one of the main characters is a widower. And he has another one called The Guardian. And that main character is a widow. So he has one other one too that has a widower in it. I can't remember the name of it. But I found those to be kind of a nice escape and interesting because, you know, the main characters were a widow or widower, and that's what caught my eye. So those are romance books, basically. So a little warning before that, it is a little bit sad, but also kind of a nice escape. I enjoyed them, so you might also. Another thing that I've been doing is taking baths, and I have found since it's wintertime that is drying out my skin, and in conjunction with being dehydrated and, you know, from crying and everything, and maybe not eating as well as I should be, that's really hard on my skin. So I started looking for something that would be hydrating because bath, like bubble bath stuff was not cutting it. So I went to Target and I found this bath fizzer, and the company is called One, and this stuff is all natural. And this one is called I Need This. It's a lemongrass pick-me-up. I don't know. It has a lot of titles on here. Anyway, so Target has a whole bunch of these. They also have like natural lotions, and they have a really good nighttime lotion. It's like a bar, but it definitely is nice for when you go to bed after taking a bath. And they have several fizzers, and these are kind of neat. If you've never used one before, basically when you start your bath, you just take, it's like a ball that's in here, and it's covered in plastic, but at the top it's open, and it will just start fizzing and just kind of, I guess, disintegrating into your bath, and it's really nice and relaxing and good for your skin. So yeah, those are all the things that I would recommend as just like kind of a starter comfort pack for any widow or widower. So I hope that you guys found this helpful, and if you have any other things that you'd like to see in a video, you know, please suggest them. If you have any comments or whatever, you know, post them below here, and I will be seeing you soon in another video. All right, thanks, and bye.